Hello, everybody. Hello. We're going to get into the video, but there is a tragedy. Not really. Kind of. There's like sort of a tragedy going on. And it just got me thinking. Hold on. Let me get my duck song on before I get yelled at. Are we really quiet? I feel like we kind of are. I was tuning into the whatever podcast. Let me pull it up. Wherever the hell it went. Here it is. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. When you go to like the screen and all the chats just keep popping up. Da, da, da. It's the first time I heard myself speak this morning. Okay. Just
don't look at the top one. That one's
just like pay attention. Just like take notes.
not on. You gotta look dead center. Oh, IRS is now a member. Well, okay. Hold on. That's a little alarming. Uh-oh. Shit. Fifth Element? Are you familiar with that?
Oh God, yes.
But that one's like almost impossible.
Just like hello. Sorry, I'm so teeny tiny. Just like ladies.
Possible, right?
I think I know which one you're
You know what
talking
I'm
about.
Surf line.
Yeah, I know.
I don't. Are there like secret
Like
spots?
listen. How do I word this without getting dragged for it? We possess such a power as women, just in what we look like, just in the effort we put in. Call it a cope, but I think my generation and Rachel's generation age very well. This is such an underwhelming group of women, except for Rachel. Okay, banging. But like, listen. Okay, except for Rachel and the girl in orange. Yeah, and the girl at the front too, kind of. She's got that Jenny from the block look. Like, I'm not saying you got to follow the beauty standards of today. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, my mom always taught me the women that don't wear makeup or don't do their hair, they're just lazy. That's all it is. And I get it. Okay, there's a lot of pressure to be a woman in today's society, but there's just such... Like, I think this moment that actually semi-recently when I was in Las Vegas and I was in my milkmaid dress. If you don't know what that is, just think like TradCon titties and some heels. It was a white dress. Was it the white one or the floral one? I don't know. I actually did get ready with me. You might have saw it. I was looking banging, okay? Banging. And I was walking through the lobby, like off to the side, and there was the most beautiful couple I think I've ever seen in my life with their two twin daughters who had to be not older than 5. They were in their little cute dresses. Like, we looked like twins, except theirs was like with a black bow. Cute as hell. Okay. And as I'm walking by, this little girl goes, well, when I walk by couples, just from somebody who used to work in Twin Peaks restaurant, Hooters type shit, and having to go up to ask couples what they want to start off with while wearing close to nothing, I tend to make myself small walking by couples just naturally out of respect. And I'm walking by and this little girl like runs up just like, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my God, I love your dress. You're stunning. I was like, thank you so much. And I still think about it every time. I'm like, is this giving like Las Vegas little girl compliment, style? Probably not. Like today, not doing it. And it's like, you don't have to dress for men. Okay. You really don't. But like, dress for the girls, like the little girls that nobody prompted her to say that. And when she did, her mom goes, yes, stunning. Like that sounds bitchy. It wasn't. Like it's such she was like Slavic, okay? It takes a lot for a Slavic woman to be like, yes, bitch. Okay. So she was like, yes, stunning. And I'm just thinking to myself, I hope that when I have kids, if I do, probably won't, but like I look at girls who are younger than me, not as a threat, but just like, yeah, stunning. Like, yes, you look great. Cause she looked great too. And then her daughter, who was not prompted to do that, because kids just say whatever. They're just like, I love your shoes. I love your outfit. Thank you so much. Like, dress for the little girls. Okay. You don't have to dress for men, but it's like, this is underwhelming. The only ones that look like they put themselves together are Rachel, girl in corner, and the girl in the front. Girl in front is looking a little slutty, but hey, at least she did something. I don't know. Was that motivational? Probably not. TikTok, yes, we're going to do a video on this man. I wish we found out about this. Well, myself specifically, I wish I found out about this when it came out, and I didn't hear about it until yesterday. And I was like, this is literally such a learning video. I mean, we're actually talking about switching gears. Like the video on your way in, helps me in the algorithm. Love you. We were talking about the style of, what would you call it? Is there a term for like different styles that lawyers use in the courtroom? I'm sure there are. Confrontational, non-confrontational, maybe like a good cop, bad cop type thing. I don't know. But actually, when Andrew Wilson was talking to Daisy, actually on the Whatever podcast semi recently, he used a similar style of questioning, a little bit more friendly, but we were talking about how it was similar to this trial that I've talked about before on this channel. I don't know if the video is still up, but there was this crazy demonic lady who stabbed, trigger warning, graphic language, stabbed her boyfriend like, I think like 27, something insane, 27 times. You might know the case. She was known as like the most beautiful. See, ladies, you can be a crazy bitch, but still get complimented. You know what I mean? Whatever, not the point. So, anyways, this trial was huge in the early 2000s, Jodi Arias, because she was stunning, likable, but the lawyers had to showcase how manipulative she was. She's the epitome of the narcissistic woman. Like anytime I'm like, women are narcissists too, Jodi is like forefront in my head. If you haven't watched the trial, I highly recommend it if you're interested in sort of, in my personal opinion, exposing narcissists. Like I think lawyers have the job where you could do it the most. That was not the right way to say it. Anyway, the Jodi Arias case with, what was his name? Juan Martinez. Juan Martinez is a G. He had a very specific style of questioning, similar to the way Andrew was questioning Daisy. And it was, if you guys know the term, there's gotta be a term for it. But essentially, the way that they ask questions or the way that they set up the courtroom is they know the case by heart. They know everything. They know all the details, whatever. And they go in and they begin questioning, purposely either reframing the question. How do I put it? Okay, hold on to that. Let me explain this. So I'm sure we've all been in a room with a narcissist. Maybe you've all had to confront a narcissist. You're cutting in and out. No! I noticed that the other. Hold on. Is it better now? I noticed that the other day. I can never tell if it's the mic or if it's the settings that StreamYard has it on. There's some weird, like, cancel noise background thing that bothers me because I feel like you can't hear what the person's saying. Way better? Okay, cool. Okay. Sorry. First time I'm talking today. Let me get my shit together. Okay. We've all been in a room with a narcissist. Shit, I'm sure we all worked with one. Have you ever had somebody that was like a compulsive liar? They were a narcissist, let's be honest. And you had to prove to somebody that they were a narcissist, but how could you do that without you looking like the narcissist? Perfect. Okay. Have you ever been a boss or a trainer and you had somebody where you had to criticize them or correct their behavior and they always get fucking defensive? Listen, you don't have to be a narcissist to be annoying. Okay. It's like a hallmark. It's like they're defensive. It's like, I get it. I used to get really defensive. It's like I was so good at everything. Yeah, because I would literally never take criticism. Like, not me. I don't know who you're talking about. Okay, so I would say that I do have empathy, but I'm just saying it's not the worst thing in the world. Have some self-reflection, fix it. Okay. So how these people are like insufferable. How do you tell them that they're wrong if they just will constantly get defensive or they constantly victim blame? I'm sure you've dealt with that. This all ties in together. Okay, but we need to know this in the beginning. It's like, well, hopefully in front of everybody, you can question them and let them trip over their words. Okay, well, what's like another hallmark of narcissism? It's like vanity or vain, whatever. They think that they're the shit, grandiosity, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. But what's like the thing? The thing. An insatiable need for control. Like insatiable. I love that word. It's my new word. It's like, think of Bridezilla. Narcissist. Narcissist, right? You can kind of see this when it comes to, like, if you had to give like a gendered version, but you'll see it in the video because just trust me. But it's this insatiable need for control. So if you're a lawyer, what's the best way to get somebody to showcase that type of behavior? Because what are they also known for? Being manipulative. You have to be the one to say things in a way that like makes them, number one, get defensive, which easy. Okay. Anything that could fuck up their image. So defensive, but then also that it has to feed into the insatiable need for control. Do you see where I'm getting? Okay. So a lawyer knows the court case, back in, back out, whatever. But when they get up there and they start questioning they purposely will word things in a way that makes the defendant or whatever want to correct them. If you've watched the Jodi Arias case and you're like, I don't really get it, you might get it now. If you ever want to look good on stand, which don't do any crimes, one of the easiest ways to never trip up in anything is to always be honest. It's not easy, I'll tell you that. Just sometimes you're gonna wanna lie to protect people, but honestly, being able to be honest, you can never trip up in these webs of anything. But narcissists cannot fathom being wrong. So, your thoughts seem a bit disorganized. They are. They are. But are you a psychologist? No. No, just a bitch that has worked in nightclubs. So, arguably, everybody's got a little bit of narcissism, if not more than the general population. Let me tell you. Illusions of grandeur. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So I came across this case where this man is just literally the male Jodi Arias. It's been a while. The Jodi Arias case is like probably 30 plus years ago, something like that. And yes, there are men that have an entire Reddit group, like free Jodi Arias. Like we know there's girls that fall in love with serial killers. It's not gender specific. There's men that literally send this woman. Never want to get mad. You guys hate cucks and simps. You haven't seen it until this level. It's disgusting. Anyway, so a recent tragedy of a couple came up, and it's a TikTok star. I've never seen his TikToks. Like a D-level celeb shot his girlfriend. And a guy that I don't think she was cheating. I think it was just a friend, to be honest with you. I don't know. The whole thing was crazy. We're going to go through the whole case. It's like 3 hours long. It's fine. But you have to watch this, man. Because I'm somebody that uses the term narcissism a lot. This is literally the epitome of it. And if you relate to this, man, well, hopefully you won't. But if you do, you need professional help. You'll know what I mean when we watch it. This is literally the opposite of stoicism. The best way to put it would be a man baby. This is a man baby. This is the perfect example of why you should never put your guilty client on the stand. Ever. Whereas, I don't know. I didn't put this in the. You look like the older sister in Vince Stevens. Thank you. I don't know who that is. Let's pull it up. If you are ready to be triggered by this person, it's insane. I was like, how are more people not talking about this? It's like that crazy. Like, I can read some of the comments. I know one of them was like, this should be blasted to everybody to teach them what domestic violence is. And this man is unhinged. But pay attention to the manipulation, the victim blaming. Where is it? TikTok store. It's a man in a man bun. Here it is.
Jeffrey F. Frazier, judge presiding. Please be seated. Come to order.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your meeting once again on time. Awesome. All right.
Mm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday we talked about you going, or Anna coming back to the apartment to have sex with you in the middle of the night, right? You said that happened in October?
It was my belief that it happened in October, but it may not have had.
That was your testimony yesterday though, right? That it
Correct,
happened
but
in October?
correct, but upon reflection, I'm not exactly sure if it happened in October.
You testified that Anna came over after a wedding,
Yes.
a friend's wedding?
Yes.
Okay. And showing you People's Exhibit 212. Did you take a look at this exhibit? Who's shown there?
Hopefully it's not choppy.
Julia, Anna, and Alicia.
Okay. And this was Anna going to her friend Christina's wedding on September 18th, 2021, correct?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. So if she came over to have sex with you in the middle of the night, it was on that date, not October, right?
Correct. It's a misunderstanding.
And you said upon reflection, you mean upon seeing this exhibit?
No, prior to me even entering the courtroom today.
Okay, looking at People's 79, page 16, this was a conversation that you had with another woman named Julia on October 14th, correct? It's not in that packet in front of you. You can just look on the screen.
Okay.
But do you remember me showing these exhibits to the detective?
I do, yes.
Okay. There was a picture of a woman, Julia, that she sent to you.
Correct.
Correct. And you had a full-on conversation with her on October 14th, ending with calling her a goddess.
Yeah,
Your goddess.
not my goddess. Well,
You said, "Night, my energy healing goddess of Venus."
yeah, I was being a little, I was joking around, but the primary reason that I was contacting her was she was offering me, she said she was a spiritist, some kind of medium. She had told me, she had reached out to me on Instagram with a voice message. And she says, and I thought this was weird because I don't normally believe in like mediums and spiritists, but she said, "I'm being told to tell you that in order for you to get to the next stage of your life, you have to let go of what you're holding on to." And I thought that that was so strange that I immediately gave her my phone number and said, "Let's talk about this." And so she told me that she does that for a living, where she does energy healing through like FaceTime or any kind of video communications.
Okay. You were flirting with this woman on Instagram, correct?
I was, yes.
Okay. And that's okay for you to do, but not Anna, right?
Anna's free to do what she wants to do.
Oh, so she was free to see Ray.
No, she wasn't.
You just said she was free to do what she wants because you were separated, right?
You asked me if Anna was free to speak to other people.
But she was not free to speak to other people in your mind, right?
She's dead.
She has plenty of friends. She has plenty of people she can speak to.
I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about
If you're talking about a
flirting.
sexual relationship, no. Sorry, if you're referring to a sexual relationship, no.
You are flirting with another woman, and my question was, you are entitled to do that, but Anna was not entitled to do the same with other men, correct?
I'm not exactly sure if she did that or not.
She wasn't entitled to in your mind, correct?
That's not how I look at it, no.
But that's what you told her. You constantly told her about her being with other men, seeing other men, cheating on you, things like that in October, correct?
My concern was I understood that I had done something terrible multiple times.
But you said those things to her.
And
That's
my
question.
intentions with saying those things to her was, I understand if you need space, you want to stay at your friend's house, but I want to understand, are you going to be seeing some other people? She would never directly answer that question. She would leave me in the loop. She would leave me in some kind of void of confusion.
I forgot to say this man, I believe, is a passport bro who brought a woman over from the Philippines and married her right away. So
She would tell me
I have no problem with passport bros. I have issues with abusers.
often to go talk to other people, and I would argue that. But These like flirtations conversations, or like Ashley Sanchez, these are moments of my loneliest moments. These are moments where I was hurting and alone, and I'm not sure what the status is of me and Anna's relationship because I'm confused.
But again, you were allowed to do these things, flirt with other women and be with other women, but Anna was not free to do that with other men, correct?
I don't know whether or not she was doing that with other men, but
I'm
if she
asking
did,
in your mind, she was not free to do those things with other men.
I would have preferred if she didn't.
Okay, looking at People's 167, page 13, this was a photograph that you took with another woman on October 15, 2021, correct?
Correct.
And then you rubbed this photograph in Anna's face, correct?
I did.
Yep, you sent it to her, and then you left her a nasty audio message about this woman, correct? Moving on with this woman.
Right. That was when I was in LA at the Comedy Store in Santa Monica Boulevard.
I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking you, you sent this to Anna, and you were free to take pictures and flirt with other women, correct?
So I had told Anna that this is somebody that I'm seeing, but that was a blatant lie. I was just trying to hurt her feelings. I was just trying to get under her skin. That is just someone who recognized me and just took a picture. Her boyfriend was right there.
Right. This is another attempt for you to be controlling over Anna, correct?
It's another attempt of me trying to vent my frustration of how things are going between me and Anna.
And often during your marriage to Anna in 2021, you were degrading to her in front of her friends, correct?
Dude.
No, I would not be degrading to Anna. What I would do is blatantly state if I have a problem with something her friends are doing right in front of them.
You would call Anna ugly in front of her friends?
I would never call her ugly. She's the most beautiful woman to me.
You would tell Anna what to wear and what not to wear,
I
right?
don't. My fashion is terrible. I love her fashion.
You would tell her what males she could or could not be around, correct?
No, she was around a lot of males that I was hanging out with, but I would tell her if I felt somebody was not someone good that she would talk to. Yes.
You would tell her that she could not go out with other people without you, correct?
No, that's not true.
You actually always had to be with her going out, right?
That's not true. I worked 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. What do you think she was doing at those times? She was out at the gym with her girlfriends, going to get her nails done, going to lunch, taking the daughters to the park. These are things that don't include me.
Going out at night to bars and clubs and other things, you would often tell her that she couldn't go out without you.
I would say that I know that if she were to just go out with her girlfriends, of course she could go out. But I know what the friend group consists of. It is not just girls. It is men that these women are sleeping with. And these are people that I'm supposed to be friends with, that my wife wants me to be friends with. So of course I'm not comfortable me being left out of that. So yes.
You sent Anna a text message on October 15th telling her, hope you and Ray enjoy each other, right?
When did I say that?
I'm asking you. I'm not showing you anything. I'm asking you. You sent her that text on October 15th, 2021.
I don't recall that text.
It's not a surprise to you that she and Ray would go out together, right?
Are you kidding me? I had no idea about it. What the fuck?
Looking in front of you at the packet, 176, page 56. This was a text message series that you sent to Anna on October 15, 2021, telling her, by the way, when I fucked Nikki, she was on her period, right?
Yeah.
So you were telling Anna that you did, in fact, have sex with Nikki.
Again, this is me just trying to hurt her emotionally.
And you were laughing at her. Ha, 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 ha.
Correct. Because I wanted her to feel somewhat of the pain that I was feeling about our situation, the situation of our relationship.
There's multiple text messages that Anna sent you, including October 18th, 2021, where she said to you, I don't love you. Correct?
Sure, yeah.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
In those days before the shooting, correct?
Right. But she also has told me that she does love me.
I'm asking you.
Okay, and I'm telling you.
It's in none of these texts, correct?
Not specifically in those texts, no.
On October 19th, you were harassing her. See, this is People's 176, page 41. You were harassing her and telling her you're coming over to the apartment, and she told you to leave her alone. This is harassment, right?
Yes.
You texted her that, right?
Sure. Yes.
She didn't want anything to do with you, and you just kept badgering her, correct?
I wanted to see her at times. Yes.
Okay, on October 20th of 2021, you left an Instagram voice message for a user named Mediterranean, correct?
Sure.
You heard that recording that I played in court, correct?
Was it the one that says, "I don't know what I'll do. I'll go to jail, bro," or something?
Yes, specifically, you said that you would go to jail if you ever found Anna with another man, correct? You said that,
I said that in the
correct?
audio. Yes.
Because the day before, you're already thinking about doing something badly to any man that Anna was with, correct?
That's not correct. My intentions is, look, first of all, this is a random follower. You have to think about what position I am in life where I'm reaching out to strangers for help about relationships or coping. Didn't have anybody to reach out to. I was completely cut off from all my friends in San Diego. My own family cut me off. And the only person I had to rely on for information about my relationship was Anna, and I didn't have access to her. She wasn't communicating with me efficiently. Now, another thing is I would reach out to these guys who'd say that they at some point have experienced something similar. So that's why I would say, I think in that audio I said, see, that's what pisses me off. I feel like we can't fight for our relationships. That's how I felt like. I felt like I was being pushed out of my own relationship.
And you felt that you would go to jail if you ever saw Anna with another man. That's
Look,
what you said, correct?
I said that, but what does that mean? I mean, it doesn't say anything about me wanting to end someone's life. It just says I'd go to jail. Maybe I'd go crazy and punch somebody. I mean, this is something my dad used to say a lot, and
But
I
you
just say
didn't
it.
punch Ray. You shot him, correct?
I didn't even know Ray was involved until I walked in.
All right. Multiple times.
Just for those that, okay, maybe you're just joining. This man had set up an iPad with the Discord on it. His daughter, I guess, uses an iPad, really young, I think under 5. Set up a Discord on it, put it behind the crib in the apartment. They were separated at the time. So he knew that there's somebody there. Just, he's lying. Everything he's saying is lying. I've watched it already.
Times Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you, correct?
It was an empty threat.
Okay. On multiple dates in September and October of 2021, Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you.
She also told me she actually got one.
She told you she wanted one, correct?
She told me she actually got one.
She wanted a restraining order because you were abusive to her, correct?
No, because I've had instances where I was physical with her.
Let's just let that sink in. No, because I had instances where I was physical with her. What did she? She said she wanted a restraining order because you abused her. No, she wanted one because I was physically abused. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
And you convinced her time and time again not to get one, right?
I may have only convinced her once or twice, but
Oh,
there was
only once or twice?
But there was a point in time where she told me she specifically got the TRO, and I looked up how TROs work, and I was never served paperwork.
My question to you is you wanting to convince her not to get one, not whether she got one, you convincing her not to get one.
I don't know whether or not I convinced her, but I certainly told her that there would be consequences on our life, like as far as my job, my clearance. I was the only provider financially.
And she had every right to get a restraining order against you, correct?
Absolutely.
And you did not want her to.
Of course I wouldn't want her.
And you told her multiple times in text messages not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I probably advised or asked her not to get one.
And you also told her multiple times, either over the phone or in person, not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I can't recall that.
You told your friend Sammy to convince Anna not to get a restraining order against you, right?
So I asked my friend Sammy to kind of be
Yeah.
intervene in between us, kind of be the middleman. Again, it was very hard for me to communicate with Anna. So I was reaching out to anyone I could think of who could help me in this situation.
You told your friend Sammy, and you asked for his help to convince Anna not to get a restraining order in October, correct?
Correct.
And you also asked your parents to talk to Anna about not getting a restraining order.
No, I think they just mentioned that on their own.
Then they both separately told Anna on their own not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I don't know what they told me. I was not present for these conversations.
Well, you know that they both said that, right?
I don't know that.
You heard your mom testify about that?
I heard her, that was the first time I heard her say that, because I don't know these conversations.
You told Anna that it would affect your security clearance if she got a restraining order against you,
Which is true.
correct? And you did not want your clearance affected, right?
That wasn't the only reason, but that was one of the reasons, yes.
You told her not to get a restraining order because it would affect Amira,
It
correct?
would.
And your ability to see her, correct?
Correct.
And you told her not to get a restraining order because it would be a long and exhausting legal road, correct?
I don't know what the process is of getting a TROS.
But you said that to her, correct?
Perhaps I did.
And you didn't want a restraining order against you because then you would have to give up your gun, right?
No, that's not, I never even mentioned my gun.
You know that when you have a restraining order against you, you cannot own a firearm, correct?
I did not know that, and that was not even my concern at the time.
Is that true?
All right, yesterday you testified about your friend Chris Faison visiting you, right?
Correct.
At your apartment. He stayed with you at the apartment,
Yes.
right? He stayed for a couple days,
I think like a week.
right? And you said that when Chris visited you, you looked up those escorts for fun, right?
We were considering it.
Okay. And so you were considering getting an escort for yourself?
At first, it was me helping him to get one. But then I played with the idea.
Okay. So that was okay for you to do, get an escort, but Anna couldn't do the same, right?
Well, you're so convinced that we were separated, are you not?
You cannot ask me a question,
What's wrong about that? Anna wasn't with me, right?
right? So, but it's perfectly okay for you to sleep with another woman, but Anna could not do the same with another man, right?
I have not slept with another woman. I massaged another woman.
I'm talking about the escorts. It was okay for you to
We
get
never
an escort.
hired anyone.
You have to wait till I finish my question.
Okay.
It was okay for you to go out and get an escort, have sex, but Anna could not do the same with another man, correct?
Neither of those things happened.
And you
Dude.
told us that Chris was concerned about messages from the cartel.
No, it was a spam, or it was a scam text that he received. One of the numbers on that escort website, I forget what it was called, triggered a scam. It also happened to me too.
Okay, and so this happened while he was with you at your apartment? You got this scam text?
They contacted him while he was with me, but they contacted me after he had left.
Okay.
They sent the same photos.
And Chris Faison visited you in San Diego on October 1st of 2021, correct?
I believe, yes.
But you started searching for escorts on September 6th of 2021, right?
Have I?
Take a look at People's 176, page 57.
I love the fact that it's a female prosecutor.
These are the web searches from your cell phone. There's a
Oh,
page in
no.
front of you as well, page 57. You started searching for escorts on September 6, 2021, correct?
Try to remember what I was doing at that time.
It's not about remembering, it's about looking at the exhibit. These are the web searches from your cell phone. You were searching for escorts on September 6th of 2021,
I don't recall doing that.
correct?
It's there, but I don't recall doing that.
When they're showing you the exhibit, and this is your first time seeing it, you did it. They're trying to see if you lie about it. Just saying. Just saying. Also, listen, sometimes good people can do bad shit. If you are ever in a situation where you are actually not guilty. Please, for the love of God, anytime somebody asks you a question and you have to give a yes or no, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Chris Faison was not visiting you then, right?
No.
And then turning to People's 176, page 58. This is another list of searches for escorts on your cell phone, correct?
Sure.
And this is from September 14th of 2021,
Okay.
right? And this is the middle of the night. This is minus 7 hours. So about 3:30 in the morning, over and over again, you're searching for escorts, correct?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, sure. I was alone.
Well,
And People's 176, page 12. This is another list of you searching for escorts on October 2nd of 2021, correct?
That would probably be the night when Chris was there.
Okay. And then looking at People's 176, page 59, this is another list of you searching for escorts on October 11th, 2021, correct?
Correct.
So there were at least 4 different dates that you in your phone searched for escorts while you claim to be in love with and married to Anna, correct?
That's not even relevant. My love for
But-
Anna doesn't change the fact that I was
Sorry.
lonely. I was very lonely. She was not in the house. She was gone. She was confusing me about the status of our relationship. I have needs, but I looked them up, but I never hired one. There's no evidence that I hired one ever.
And then you talked to your friend Jean about getting a prostitute, right?
No, he told me about some massage parlor apparently in San Diego that they go the extra mile if you pay them extra. And
Again,
He's the one who told me about
This
that.
is all okay for you to do.
you have to
but
understand,
not
I was
for Anna.
I was confused about where the hell I was in my relationship. There's nothing wrong with searching this stuff up. I mean, I was lonely. I was freaking out. You got to keep in mind, I'm thinking Anna's out with men. The whole time, I'm thinking she's sleeping around and just not telling me about it. So I was just trying to cope. I'm just trying to I was confused. And all these months, it was like the most confusing time of my life. I was on drugs 24/7. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm confused. One minute I'm angry, one minute I'm crying, one minute I love you, Anna, and one minute I hate you, Anna. But none of that is consistent. I was not in the right frame of mind during this time period.
So again, you're blaming Anna and your cocaine use on you searching for escorts, right?
No, I'm blaming myself in the mindset that I was in and the situation of our relationship.
your feelings don't matter about facts.
The whole thing was confusing. There was never a point where the only thing I wanted to do with Anna was communicate as to what she wanted to do, or where do we stand? Do you want to be separated? Do you need space? I'll give you space. But does that mean you see other people? She would never answer those questions. She would leave me hanging for days on end, night after night.
Objection narrative.
Can I tell you guys something? If you feel like you relate with this man, if a woman is not giving you a definitive answer, she's scared of you. There's like the off chance that you're not a violent dude and she's just toying with you. Okay, that exists. But if you're in this situation where you feel bad for this man, when she doesn't tell you that, it's because she's scared of you and she wants out.
Okay, let's talk about some of your other web searches. People's 176, page 13. You did multiple searches for audio monitoring and how to plant a listening device, correct?
I did actually.
And you looked at many different websites with different audio monitors, correct?
Yep, and I looked for websites that I could purchase devices, but I found nothing.
Right. And you read about how to use a cell phone as a listening device, correct?
Correct.
Right? You read about how to put a bug in a cell phone, correct?
I don't know if the word bug was the we used, but I was looking for a way to monitor somebody else's cell phone. Yes.
You looked at different stores like B&H to purchase audio surveillance, right?
For those that are unaware, I used to volunteer at women's shelters. Most battered. I'm just saying.
I'm not exactly sure the websites I went to, but I was just trying to see what's available, how they work. But
I'll say, if you're not insane, I'll say it again. If you're not insane, she's toying with you. Sure. But this man beat the shit out of her many times.
anything that I even remotely came across had this weird complication via, hey, the other phone has to download this feature first, or you have to be within 50 feet of. I was trying to find out the truth about what Anna was up to and what was our relationship. So yes, I was looking these things up, but ultimately I didn't find anything that seemed to work. So I dropped the idea.
You looked it up for hours and hours upon hours, correct?
I can't confirm that.
You read an article about husband turned into stalker and planted spy devices in ex-wife's bedroom, correct?
So that article, I did not look it up specifically, but it was a related search result when I was looking for these devices.
You clicked on that
I clicked on it.
article.
Why?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I clicked on it, yes. Why? Because I just wanted to see what did he use? What method did he? Because I couldn't find a way to do it. So I was just curious to see how he did it.
You wanted to spy on your wife, correct?
I wanted to discover, is she seeing somebody?
And you made sure to make a plan to catch Anna with another man, correct?
No, I was not successful in conducting any kind of plan. I had searched into it to see if there's anything I could use. Ultimately, I was unsuccessful.
Well, you did find a plan. It was Discord,
It
correct?
was not until the day of, in that moment, through all that chaos when I'm trapped.
You want to know what's crazy? Is this is such a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I see it as a woman, is if this was my ex-husband, shoot me, oh, dear Jesus. And he scared the shit out of me, beat the shit out of me, whatever. I would absolutely have a man around me at all fucking times. Probably would have my father, because that man is a tank. But don't be surprised when they do surround themselves with males. Does that mean they should cheat? No. But I also think they should get the restraining order. But
Crashed from the apartment, and
I get
see
it.
she's lying.
Why doesn't she get a restraining order in this situation? Let's have some empathy for a moment. Because I know a lot of people don't believe this. A lot of women do not want to fuck up a dude's life, and they want to get the fuck out. Well, Tori, well, what the fuck if he's an abuser? Yeah. I know.
That I just had that idea. Because if I had that idea beforehand, I would not have searched for these things. It just came.
Okay. October 17th of 2021, this is People's 176, page 15. You searched for chopped bodies, correct?
I did.
And you searched for decapitated heads, correct?
Right.
Right? And
I don't
the
remember
searches
that.
that you were doing were at 10:30 p.m. after that dinner you had with Anna, correct?
Do you see where it says decapitated head cartel?
I asked you a question.
No, she's dead.
You did these searches right after that dinner you had with Anna where you punched her in the eye, correct?
I may have, but it's not related to the dinner. This is just me back when I'm at my home, coked out of my mind, reviewing things that I've been thinking throughout the whole month, like what happened with Chris, the text messages I'm getting.
That's not.
So I just happened to think about it. Like, let me see if I can find those damn pictures.
Okay, so it's an hour and a half after you hurt Anna, you were searching chopped bodies,
I
and
don't
that
know
was
the ti-
related to something that happened weeks prior?
I don't know the time frame, but those text messages that I got, the same scam, happened to me very recently.
You told us that Chris showed you that scam text when he was visiting at the beginning of October, correct?
It happened in front of me
Right? But weeks later, you're searching for chopped bodies and decapitated heads.
because
Right?
that's when it happened to me. I wanted to see if these are fake. It was pretty scary how they listed the 10 most closest members of my family. So I had an idea it was a scam, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should should not take this lightly.
You were mad at Anna after that dinner because she told you over and over again that she did not want to be married to you, correct? You were mad at Anna. Answer the question, please.
I was mad at Anna because she did not want to communicate with me, which was the intention of that dinner. I was hoping to communicate, and she had just, not she, I'll take responsibility. It did not go well. And I tried to talk to her in the car, and she kept telling me to get out, and she threatened to call the cops. That's why I got mad. It wasn't about her saying she doesn't want to be married to me.
You realized that she was not coming back to you, right?
I did not realize that. I just realized she's just being difficult. That's how I took it.
That night, October 17th, you were violent and angry with her, correct?
I became violent at the last second, yes.
And then right after that dinner, you looked up chopped bodies, right?
Again, it's not related. Can I ask, why? What do I get from searching chopped bodies, seeing pictures of chopped bodies? What is that going to do? Teach me how to chop a body?
You're not allowed to ask me questions.
I'm just trying to figure out your mindset, where you're going with this.
You
It's weird, yes, that I would search that up.
objection, non-responsive.
I just seen that. All right, remember,
Question.
answer the question. Thank you.
Sorry.
You looked at multiple different websites on chopped bodies and decapitated heads, correct?
No, I never left Google search results.
Guys, the more that you do this with this need for control, the more defensive and guilty you look. If it's really not correlated, be like, yeah, doesn't look good, but yeah, you know? Like, I get it. Humans are curious, if you will, but like, dude, this constant need to control, dude.
You looked at many, many Google images of chopped bodies, correct?
That sounds more like it. I never left Google.
You looked at many, many images of decapitated heads, correct?
Yes, I was looking for specific images that I was getting spam texted.
Yeah, this is good. If you're a woman and you're afraid of your love interest, whatever, always threaten to leave from the police station or a safe house. Yeah. Except they follow. Stalking is a really big issue that doesn't get talked about as much because usually by the time it does, there's a victim of a bigger crime.
On October 18th of 2021, you were conducting research on your phone.
You know what keeps these men away? And even then, scary dad. But unfortunately, this girl from the Philippines doesn't know anybody. That's probably why she didn't. Another factor into why she didn't get a TRO. But think about it. The only thing a TRO does is piss off the abuser. If he has a conceal and carry, I get it. I get why they don't want to do it.
Looking at the profile.
Now I believe it doesn't matter if you want to press charges or not, if there's obviously a crime, talking like obvious battery or like a witness, they will automatically arrest you. But it didn't used to be like
Of
that.
other women, correct?
Okay.
Yes, you were doing that, correct?
Yes.
And on October 18th, you were also researching teen porn videos, correct?
What? What did you just say?
That's what you were researching, correct?
Say it again.
Teen porn videos.
You're out your mind.
On October 19th, you were researching.
It's not illegal, bro. That's what you like freak the fuck out about. It's a category on porn.
Sean Torres,
Like,
correct?
Jesus.
Show me the teen shit you just said. You want to paint me as some kind of fucking child molester? Show me show me what you just said. I've never seen that in the Discovery. I've been incarcerated 3 years. You never showed that to my team. Where did you get that?
You're such a fucking idiot. It's done on purpose. Guess what? It's not illegal. Female prosecutors killing it.
It's in your phone.
Show it.
You
So mad.
researched Sean Torres on October 19th.
Show me what you just said. You were not going to breeze over that.
Mr.
You're not going to paint
Boulevard,
me as something I'm not.
Dude,
you
it's not
researched
illegal.
Sean Torres on October
Jesus.
19th, 2021, correct?
I don't recall doing that.
They're
On
very,
October 20th,
this is very fringe case. It does happen, but like I said, is a gold mine when I found it, which unfortunately, crime very sad because there's always a victim. But this is such a learning opportunity. This guy is so unhinged and he thinks he's the smartest dude in the room.
Of 2021, you were looking up Scarface and Breaking Bad, correct?
My favorite movie, my favorite TV show.
No
Those are
one
shows that
cares.
involve, like-
Just say yes. Like, stop it with the concept. It's exhausting. Exhausting.
A lot of shooting and killing, correct?
They
Sure.
wanted to trigger him. They said. I did not see that in that discovery. Yeah, it's probably because your lawyer didn't think you needed to focus so hard to remember it, because guess what? It's not illegal. Like, Jesus.
Right. You told us yesterday that you were searching trash cans to put a trash can on Anna's profile picture on your phone, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you did that when you were in the apartment and you were mad that she wasn't home, right?
I was mad that she lied to me.
Right. So
Oh my
what
God.
you said was you were researching or you were looking up those trash cans while you were inside the apartment, correct?
I believe so.
Right. And then you assigned that trash can photo to her profile while you were still in the apartment?
Yes, it might have been some point that day, but I don't remember if it's exactly in that moment.
Okay, and looking at People's 176, page 20, these were the searches that you did for trash cans, correct?
I don't remember what the results were, but I'm sure that that's what would pop up if you search trash can.
But this is one of the websites that came up.
I would like Torshaa to volunteer for a battered men's shelter just to see it's such a thing. Guess what? I already do. It's YouTube. They don't need to be in a... it's everyday life.
That is on your phone as to the trash cans you searched, correct?
This is Google. And
I talk about it all the time. Like when I talk about situations that men are in, a lot of the times it's going to be it's going to be situations where she won't leave. So they might live together, or it's usually his apartment from all the times I've seen it. It's his apartment. He asks her to leave. She won't. She barricades the door type shit. And what choice does that leave him without putting, like, he can't physically move her, or else she'll be like, call the cops. So it's usually, I don't know what you call that, like forced. There's got to be a word for it. Like, you're not allowed to leave a situation that you should not stay in. Sucks.
those are results from Google. These are not, and these are images populated by Google. You keep saying I search websites. I never left Google.
But Google's a website, right?
Yes.
So, but you were searching on Google for different images of trash cans, correct?
Yes.
And none of these
Also, in terms of like, what do you do if she's don't leave? You need to de-escalate, obviously, which you're probably doing, but you need to get her to face the door. Oh, babe, it's okay. I just need to do the little circle around, because it's a lot easier for you to just, you know what I mean?
trash cans have any trash in them, right? They're all empty, right?
Okay.
Yes. Is that correct?
I can't confirm that those were the exact results when I searched it. This looks like somebody else who may have searched it and took a screenshot.
So someone else searched for trash cans on your cell phone?
You're saying this screenshot was on my cell phone?
This is a screenshot from your cell phone, from a website that you looked at.
Google?
Yes.
Okay, well those are empty trash cans.
Dude.
And this is what you were searching on October 21st,
Trash
of
cans.
2021, correct?
Yes. Sorry.
Kidnapping. Is
All right,
it
looking at
kidnapping?
People's 176, page
Maybe.
60. These are some more searches that you did on your cell phone on October 21st, 2021 for trash cans, correct?
Or like offer them a water bottle, which sounds so stupid, but trying to get them to like open a water bottle and then dash.
I searched
don't
for
know,
trash
give your
cans, but
tips.
I don't know. It says last visited. I don't know what it means by that. I don't know what it's in reference to. But if you're trying to imply that I searched for trash cans at 3:50 after the shooting, you're out of your mind.
Okay.
What?
because
So
after the shooting, I was on the road the whole
Right.
time.
But you understand that that's UTC time, so those times are 7 hours later than the actual time you searched, correct?
See, that's very manipulative because I did not know that that's UTC, and I'm sure people in here didn't, because that says I looked at it at what 3:50. So
Mr.
had I not said anything just now, you probably
Guess what? You were looking at them before the crime. Fucking idiot.
wouldn't have pointed that out. You probably would have made it seem like I did that immediately after the shooting. I would not have done that.
Mr. Boulevard, I'm asking you about these searches that are on your cell phone.
I did look for trash cans, but it was not at 3:50 p.m.
This, I'm
Now
just
he
saying it was.
realizes
Right,
it.
I'm sure
These
you
are-
would have if I had not said anything.
These are searches from your cell phone, correct? You did all of these searches, looked at all of these different websites, correct?
Again, these are not different websites. I was on Google. I did one search of trash cans, and these are various different images who have their own individual links.
Correct.
But I did not click on any of them.
But you looked at different Google's image sites for trash cans, correct?
Right. So like when you click on a picture on Google, it'll pop up bigger, and then you can just you can keep swiping. They each have their own individual URL link, but that doesn't mean I went on the actual website. So that's what that is.
Okay.
We know,
And
dude.
You did these searches. The very first search for the trash can was starting at 8:50 a.m., correct?
That sounds about right.
So when your phone pulls up UTC, the actual time is 7 hours earlier for Pacific time. You know that, correct?
I learned that during this trial.
Right. And in fact, the defense had your own exhibit with the trash cans also showing the time of 8:50 that you searched for trash cans, correct?
Which would be around the time that I went to go visit Anna.
You were not in the apartment at 8:50 a.m., correct?
Okay. I said at some point that day, I got mad at Anna and looked up trash cans.
That's not what you said.
I
You
did.
said you did the searches of trash cans while you were in the apartment, but you started searching for trash cans at 8:50 a.m. on October 21st, correct?
Perhaps I did.
Okay.
But I was mad about the roses.
Oh,
Dude, shut
you didn't know about
up.
the roses yet at 8:50.
The roses delivered around what, 8:09?
Right? You, Mr. Boulevard, do not look at your attorney for advice.
Okay, but we
Answer
have-
the questions.
We have a receipt of the delivery, and I think that it was before 8:50 it
You
landed.
did not know that the flowers were smushed by a makeup bag until you were inside the apartment
That's right.
well after 9 a.m., correct?
That's correct. But I did know that Anna did not acknowledge my flowers, and I was very upset about that.
You
Dude,
looked
you're
at trash
insane.
cans well before you even entered the apartment on October 21st, correct?
Correct.
So you were looking up trash cans because you wanted to hide some bodies, correct?
I'm sorry. You're out of your mind.
You were not being honest about the fact that you first started searching for trash cans when you were inside the apartment.
Excuse me. Did I not change her profile photo and her contact name to trash?
You were not
That is
being
why I looked.
truthful about first starting to search for trash cans.
It's not that I wasn't being truthful. It's just that there's certain details that I don't remember exactly. That was a very traumatic day for me. That the whole month.
Do you see how ironic it is? You seem to really fucking remember the details, King.
It
Idiot.
was confusing to me. I made it clear that there are moments of that day that I don't exactly
I think
remember. I
so.
was trying to explain to the best of my memory. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to twist anything. I have nothing to hide. And I have not hidden anything since the day of.
Oh, since the day of.
I mean, I have been completely honest at the right times, like as soon as I needed to the right people.
You've admitted
The only time I
multiple-
wasn't
What?
honest was in that 911 phone call because I wasn't ready to say it was me yet.
The
I wanted
only
to go get my
time you
daughter.
weren't honest during this whole case was on the 911 call?
Overruled. I hate it here.
I've been telling the truth.
You admitted multiple times during my questions of you that you have lied, correct?
No, I didn't. Oh, well, I've lied to Anna. I've never lied on the stand. See how they twist things? That's crazy.
All right. The morning of October 21st, you left an apology.
Guys, get control of your emotions. Seriously. And like you look like an idiot. And this might not be an appropriate time to be like, listen, like, stop. You need to care less about the woman if like you are obsessed over this woman, you're in too deep. You need a healthy level of detachment. This is unhinged. Unhinged.
Video. You sent an apology video to Anna, right?
What time did I do that?
Threw your entire life away because of jealousy. Dude. And then even after it, you constantly need to fucking save the, but I was looking at, see how they try to, but shut the fuck up. I'd have a lot more respect for this guy if he was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, that was me. Yes. Because you're not getting away with it. Like, everybody knows you did it. Like, this, the entire process of you trying to fix, like, your image is literally just the cherry on fucking top.
October 21st.
Yeah.
Own your fucking shit.
Yes, in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we saw that video, correct?
I'm pretty sure he pled guilty. And if he pled not guilty, I think his excuse was cocaine. Let me check.
Yes, yes,
And that was you, again, apologizing for treating her horribly, correct?
which is, I think, is a nice gesture.
Which you had to do many times during your marriage. You were
Yes.
violent and rude to her, and then you had to apologize, correct?
Yes,
And you told Anna you loved her in that video, and she never said it back, correct?
I even mentioned in the video, you don't have to respond to this. I just want you to know.
She never said I love you
Not
back that
guilty.
day, correct?
You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Excuse my language. A once rising TikTok star accused of gunning down his estranged wife and her friend took the stand in his own defense, breaking down and admitting to assaulting her on multiple occasions. Ali Abulaban is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Anna Abulaban, the wife, and Rayburn Barron. The two were killed on October 21st, 2021 at the San Diego high-rise apartment Ali and Anna had shared, though Ali had moved into a hotel shortly before the murders. Ali, now 31, has pled not guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder. His defense team says he was experiencing a mental health crisis due to his marriage falling apart, was upset that his wife was seeing someone else, and was not thinking rationally. In a direct examination that spanned 2 days, Ali spoke about an abusive childhood, his discharge from the military, dishonorably discharged. Do you know why? For beating his wife. That's why. It's not funny, but that's why. Beginning with their courtship and ending with her brutal murder. Ali met Anna while working as a police officer in the Air Force, but was later forced to leave the military after he was accused of assaulting her. Okay, accused. I don't believe it was her that said it, though. The couple had been at a bar near the Air Force base in Okinawa, Japan, where Anna worked part-time. Ali admitted to getting drunk, but said that after he was asked to leave the club, he slipped and fell, crashing into Anna. Witnesses at the time accused him of hitting Anna. When asked by his attorney whether he had ever assaulted Anna, Ali declared, "I would never do that in public." He then clarified, "I don't mean that's something I condone. I just mean the accusers did not witness anything." Ali admitted that when he was initially called in and questioned about an off-base assault, he lied and said that he had been at home. Given the choice, Ali chose it was a voluntary discharge from the Air Force rather than a court marital. In this video, though, almost 99% sure they said dishonorably discharged. Whatever. Allie did admit to assaulting Anna on the other occasions. After the two were married and had a child, there was friction in their marriage. Allie suspected that his wife had been sending intimate photos and texts to another man. Several days after discovering a conversation on her phone, Allie said the two fought about it and the argument turned physical. I snapped, Allie said. I rolled on top of Anna and began punching her. Another incident recorded by Allie on his phone was played for the jury and showed an argument between the couple escalating to the point where Allie pushed her. Anna fell, hitting her head on the end of the bed. Allie said that at the time, both of them were under the influence of cocaine and alcohol. According to prosecutors, Anna had been making plans to take out a restraining order shortly before her death. In the days and weeks preceding the murder, Allie had become increasingly jealous and paranoid about Anna cheating on him and installed an app on their young daughter's iPad that allowed him to secretly listen to what was happening in the home. On the day of the murders, Allie said that he heard his wife and a man's voice laughing on the app. His response was to do cocaine and head to the apartment armed with a gun. Driving over to the apartment, Allie testified that he was continuing to use the drug, saying, "It's probably the most coke I've ever done." For those wondering, it was 4 bumps, something like that. Which I believe this man is like 6'5". He seems like an ogre. Okay. Allie became emotional on the stand, recounting walking into the apartment and discovering that Anna was there with his friend Rayburn Barron. When I saw that it was him, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the betrayal. I couldn't believe she would do that to me, to our daughter. And before I could stop myself, I just snapped and my gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting and I can't stop. I'm just shooting. I'm shooting. I'm even startled. It's like I'm watching it happen as a passenger seat of my own body. While Allie said that he remembered shooting at Barron, he said he couldn't remember shooting Anna. He also denied remembering taking a photo at the scene, saying he was in a fog and didn't know how to process what was happening. For those wondering, he sent the photo of their heads to his mother. Allie faced a contentious cross-examination that had him asking the judge at one point, "What happens when the question is forcing me to say something specific?" As the prosecutor grilled him on the patterns of violence in his relationships, the judge had to intervene to calm down both sides after a particularly tense exchange in which the prosecutor asked about an alleged assault on his mother. Prosecutor: "Anna saw you slap your mom, right?" "She did not see that." "And I can't ask her, right? That's not fair. Because you killed her. That's not fair. That's so inappropriate." In the days leading up to the killings, Allie left Anna a series of disturbing voicemails. In the messages, he bragged about being a god, an internet celebrity, and boasted how sexy he was. He could also be heard saying, "I can't wait to divorce you so I can start my new life. And you're going to watch Netflix and think, oh, isn't that my husband?" Jesus. "I just wanted to be an actor and it was right there. I was right there," he said. What the fuck? At a preliminary hearing for Allie back in 2022, the defendant had a shocking outburst during which he wailed as autopsy photos were displayed. He loudly interrupted proceedings, shouting things like, "Do you think I wanted this? My whole life is destroyed," as 2 bailiffs struggled to hold him down. If convicted, Allie faces life without parole. And for those wondering, no, she did not hook up with the man.
She didn't, but she said thank you for the video, or it was sweet, something along those lines.
She didn't say "I love you" to you.
Why would she
correct?
need to? I told her she didn't need to in the video.
In the video, you told her that you were glad about her friends, right? You were glad she had friends,
I was happy that she has good supporting friends, yes.
but you hated her friends, right?
I just told you yesterday, I actually really liked them. It's just there were certain aspects of their life that was bleeding into my marriage.
You ultimately started hating all of her friends, correct?
Hey, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody, but sometimes I just, my priority is my family, my wife, my daughter. But what happens is when we jumped into this San Diego lifestyle, I felt like we forced ourselves into this friend group. They didn't give a shit about me. They don't care about me. Anna was flourishing, and that's great. But at the same time, I was losing Anna, and she was telling me to just focus on the guys, be like the guys. I was having a hard time fitting in. But ultimately, I never stopped her from hanging out with them. I had these people at my house all the time. I took care of them. I welcomed them with love. It wasn't until the
Objection,
promiscuousness,
narrative.
it wasn't until their life was bleeding into my marriage and it started changing Anna. I saw threats to my marriage. I thought threats to what we had built together. She was distracted by this lifestyle.
You left Anna multiple audio messages talking about her friends and berating them, correct?
Say it again?
Berating them, correct?
Yeah, I've said mean things about them, yes.
Yes, about Julia, Claire, Diana, right?
Sure.
You told us that Anna thanked you for the groceries, but not the flowers, right?
Correct.
And you felt
He couldn't fathom the attention not being on him.
disrespected by that, right?
He couldn't.
I was hurt, not disrespected. I was just hurt because I was really banking that she would say something. I was trying to make an impression on her.
Stupid.
Okay. Just to summarize from yesterday, your testimony regarding when you went to the apartment. You said you went up to the apartment in the morning and you entered, and then you saw the flowers crushed by the makeup bag, right?
Yes.
And then that's when you started rummaging through the office and the apartment, right?
Yeah, I was looking at her, some of her stuff, yes.
And then you said you made that phone call to Anna, right? Where you were mad that she wasn't home?
Okay, so I don't remember the exact order of events. That day is very hazy to me, okay? So I don't know if you're trying to catch me on something I said incorrectly, but what I'm saying is I know it happened, but it may have been out of order.
You said that you made that phone call to Anna and then you paused your audio recording, right?
I remember saying that, but I'm not exactly sure if that's how it went.
That's what you testified to under oath, right?
I'm trying to remember, yes. I'm trying to remember these things.
So you made that phone call to Anna and you were accusing her of cheating and knowing she's not home and things like that, right?
Yes, I did.
Right? Because you were in the apartment and you knew she wasn't home, right?
Yeah, what set me off was she said she was home. When I asked her where she was, she said she was home, but I was in the home.
And then you said that you went back and that's when you threw away her clothes, right?
When she had lied to me like that, I had accused her of cheating. She said, "You're so stupid, I'm going to block you."
Right. But after that
when
phone
she blocked
call,
me, the conversation was over. I went in a fit. I was going crazy. I was screaming. I was throwing the groceries around. I grabbed her possessions, and I feel really bad about it, but that's what I did in the moment.
okay, so you went back in the apartment and that's when you
No one will ever give a fuck about your feelings. You just threw your entire life away because of jealousy. Y'all, stop getting wrapped up in the shit.
trashed the pumpkin and the flowers and things like that, right?
I never left the apartment. I was going in and out from the trash chute to the apartment. So
Okay. So, but you were trashing the apartment with the pumpkin and the flowers and then going to throw out the clothes, right?
I mean, I just grabbed random stuff. But
Right. And then, so you were going back and forth doing those things?
yeah, I was going back and forth from the trash chute to my apartment.
Okay. And then you said that's when you thought about setting up the iPad, right?
No, I was thinking because I had suddenly got hit with a really intense exhaustion. I almost felt like I was going to faint. I knew I couldn't just be there. I had to go back and sleep. I had not slept since the day before. You remember the video on 5 a.m. The point I'm trying to make is I didn't want to lose this opportunity to find out the truth because I was planning to move to LA. And I just didn't want to go there. See, let me just tell you how I felt because I felt
No
like when
one-
I just want to.
Guys, no one cares. They only care how you act. No one cares how you felt, especially as a dude. They do not have the patience for it. You dig yourself into a bigger hole.
Explain
She's
something.
non-responsive.
I'm just trying to say that there's my actions. I'm not justifying my actions, but there's reasons why I was being like that. My fear is she's not being honest with me as to where we are with this relationship. She tells me she'll never cheat on me. She'll never make the same mistake as I did. I acknowledge my mistake. I knew I told my friend that I was going to move in with him temporarily because I needed to remove myself from that toxic environment. And I understand that I was a lot of the cause of the toxicity. But I was trying to help and diffuse the situation. But I also was scared that by going to LA, it would give Anna the impression that, okay, he's done. I can just go see whoever I want. You know, like I was scared. I'm just scared and I'm angry.
My question, though, was that you set up the iPad after throwing out the items.
So yeah, so as I'm like getting tired, I saw my daughter's iPad on the table and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, what?
If you are ever in a position where you want to record somebody without their knowledge, and like this is not like a retaliation, okay? I could understand this woman is on YouTube saying a bunch of crazy shit. Now you want, I'm not talking about that. If you want to record your you are in way too fucking deep, dude. Way too. If you are dating somebody who you're like, I want to record our conversations, also not good. Okay? Also not good. You are being gaslit.
I can't just stay here. I don't know if she's going to come back, and I don't know if she's going to come back with the guy. So it was the dumbest idea that I ever had, and I wish I never had it. But yes, in that moment, I thought about just making a call.
Okay. So you activated the Discord application on the iPad, and then you hid that iPad behind the bed. Right?
Yes, because I wanted to catch her having sex.
Okay. And then, so you had to move the bed out to put the iPad there, right?
No. There's a window. There's plenty of space. I could just.
Okay. So you.
The prosecutor is literally setting you up to make you explain things like this. So when it comes to the actual murder, I just don't remember. Really? Because you could remember a lot more here. Stupid.
Went on top of the bed, and then you put the iPad in that little compartment behind the bed.
No, I can just reach my arm.
Okay. But you had to plug the iPad into the wall.
Yeah, so the battery would die all the time. Yes, I had to keep it charged.
So were you able to lean over the bed into that small opening to plug the charger into the wall?
There's a little white dresser. I moved that out a little bit, but I never moved the bed.
All right. So you set up the Discord, you plugged the iPad in, and then you said you left the apartment right after that, right?
Moments later, yes.
Okay. That is not true, correct?
How so?
Because you activated the Discord application on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
What do you mean by activated?
You activated the Discord application at 9:17 a.m., correct?
On my phone? So
On the iPad.
On the iPad it was activated, meaning like it joined the voice channel?
Yes, you saw the exhibits presented in court that the Discord application was activated on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
Okay, and when was I trashing the apartment?
Much later than that.
I'm not sure this is adding up.
Okay. But my question was, you saw the exhibits that you activated the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
Activated the iPad or activated the voice call on Discord?
Activated the Discord.
So meaning I logged into the Discord and put it in the voice chat channel?
You activated the Discord application on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
That was around the time I was in the apartment, right?
Okay. You only arrived at the apartment around 9:14 a.m., correct? This is People's 45.
When did I activate it again?
Mr. Boulevard, you cannot ask me questions.
I'm just trying to
You
follow.
have to answer mine. You only went to the apartment per the surveillance video on October 21st, 2021, around 9:14 a.m., correct?
If that's what it says, yeah.
Okay. And so you had to walk to the apartment, and then you said you knocked on the door, right?
Yeah,
Because you thought Anna would be home?
yeah.
But you know what? Anna takes Amir to school in the morning, right? At that time?
Right, but I also got the notification she got the groceries.
You know that Anna takes Amira to school in this time frame.
That's correct. But I knew she would have been back by now.
You knew Anna would not be home
No,
in
I
the
didn't.
apartment.
No, I didn't.
So at 9:14,
She thanked me for the groceries. How would she have known about the groceries if she wasn't home? How did the groceries get on the counter? She was home.
At 9:14 a.m., you started your walk to the apartment, correct?
Whenever I exited the elevator.
Okay, but that was 9:14 a.m., correct?
I guess so.
And then you walked to the apartment, and then you said you waited outside because you knocked to see if Anna would answer the door, correct?
I was texting her and then to see if she would open the door, and then I opened it.
Okay, so you were outside for what, a minute or two, waiting for her?
Probably less than, yeah, maybe.
Okay, and then you entered the apartment, and then the first thing you did was to go and activate the Discord application on the iPad, correct?
I don't know that.
Well, if you only went into the apartment at 9:15, about 9:15, 9:16 a.m., then when you entered the apartment, one of the first things you did was activate the Discord application, correct?
My memory was I
California.
was observing.
Okay. I need to cook dinner. I'm so hungry. We're going to finish the rest of this tomorrow. Like the video, comment, subscribe.